the 16, 15-year-olds that break into like the NSA or NASA. I think it's like some kind of dopamine kick you get. I'm the best, you know.
You like to shit up a little bit.
Yeah,
and
fiddle around.
You fiddle around. You've settled on Kusama. Why are you so fearless to deploy a privacy mixer on Kusama on a public network?
I think it's really important, like, to be able to stand up for privacy, not bend the knee when other protocols choose to bend the knee. You can opt into the bird.
The launch team wishes you good luck and Godspeed.
Space Monkeys blasting off with Flipchan. He is a longtime Web3 contributor, recently brought to Kusama Shield, a privacy-enabled ZK product that we built through the first RFP on Kusama.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Very exciting to have him with us. Flipchan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's really great to be here as a fan of both Space Monkeys and what the Kus is doing. It's really fun to...
Well, thanks very much.
Yeah.
We've been talking for a few years now, actually.
Yeah, we have.
You've been involved in various projects.
Yeah.
But you've been in the space for a long time?
Yeah, it all started 2013. Like, I always had the very technical background. As a child, I spent like most of my nights on IRC. They're called like a chat network for nerds and IT security interested people.
What channels?
That's maybe something we shouldn't talk publicly about.
Okay.
But
you want some privacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's actually great. That's how I learned English, actually. Reading like computer references and documentation and staying up. Where I grew up in Sweden, it was not so many people that were like spending all night hacking on things and stuff like that. So you had to like wait until like the Americans and the Canadians got online. And that's like at 3 a.m. everyone would like ping into the channel and be like, let's create chaos.
What kind of chaos were you creating back then? Any stories from the old days? You don't have to implicate yourself in anything. Let's say anything you saw other people doing.
Like there's like, crazy security vulnerabilities, like being like affecting like millions of people, just being like thrown around. And like that happens all the time. People like take over giant networks, and now the IT security space is like going more openly. But before then, it was like you had to get a private invite to a forum if you want to do any like development in the IT security with other people.
Yeah.
And then you get basically exposed to these like private chats where they have, private research that they're working on and stuff like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
I think like majority of all the like the hacker kids and like the 16, 15-year-olds that break into like the NSA or NASA, they're all like, I think it's like some kind of dopamine kick you get because you spend like so much time like trying to solve a problem or basically get into a system.
Yeah.
And once you get a shell, once you get access to it, you're like just full with dopamine and like, I'm the best, you know?
Yeah, right.
It was all worth it. Yeah.
It's like a puzzle that you can crack, right?
Yeah. And it's so like satisfactory when you finally crack it.
The power rush you must get too, right? Suddenly you have access. You said like it could affect millions of people. Like that must be crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And then some people, and then like talking with vendors and stuff like that. It's insane. Yeah, it was insane. But then I kind of, fast forward a bit. Yeah, I did that for a while. And then I kind of like discovered Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
In 2013.
Whoa.
Because there was like this like giant PR storm around Bitcoin around then. And they were talking about it in the Swedish news. And I like, what is this? I don't understand this.
Yeah.
And at the time I was also, doing a lot of IT stuff, like running my own hosting stuff and servers and stuff like that. I started hosting nodes, Bitcoin nodes in Sweden. And then that just, snowballed and then provided public RPCs. And then I started integrating with the nodes and wrote my own like clients and like non-custodial. I worked on like non-custodial payment options. So like if you're a company, you could like spin up your own nodes and then you don't have to pay like a transaction fee for when you use a payment provider. Yeah, that failed, but yeah, and then we just bounced around in a lot of ecosystems a bit. There was this guy called Joel, I think. He started the Ethereum meetup in Sweden in 2015.
Yeah,
Ethereum
wow.
Gothenburg.
Okay.
So there I got to meet like a lot of cool stuff, and Ethereum was really interesting as well around like that time, especially with like the smart contracts, because like Bitcoin you can't really do anything. So that was really, really interesting.
Did these people you were working with earlier in the chat rooms, did they kind of come over to the crypto space and the blockchain space, or was it kind of a different group of people?
No, majority of them don't know that, like they are like looking at it,
Yeah.
but they're like really, really skeptical towards it, because
Interesting,
there's
eh?
like they're just like tired of all like the pitching and the negative side of the space,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
really see through that. But they see through like novel cryptography and stuff like that.
Of course,
and,
yeah.
But yeah, majority don't. Majority just like they work as like CISOs or some kind of high up in bigger companies doing security stuff.
Yeah, understood.
Basically, yeah.
So any other crazy projects from like early Ethereum days that you were working on? Any wild use cases you attempted?
Yeah. I mean, I remember, I won't name it, but I worked on like a Monero payment platform, basically. So people can like Shopify, but with Monero.
Okay.
And I remember it was like one competitor was so mad. It was like 2016. And like they like kept just like attacking our sites. So we had to like keep like rewriting the entire site, because it would continuously break, and it would keep like really like fucking with us, like just send giant amount of spam just to try to shut us down.
Competitor,
And
like,
then-
was that like Silk Road?
No.
Another competitor.
There's a lot of like,
There's a lot of marketplaces, like crypto marketplaces back then.
yeah, and also crypto payment providers as well. And
Oh,
there
I
wasn't a lot, but the admins of those pages are like very ego driven. Like they don't really like competition, so they'll just like shit talk other places and other payment providers, and then try to shut them down. And I remember like someone broke the web server, so I had to like just take time off work and then just like rewrite the entire web server, like the core of the entire software. And it's like, yeah, it was a lot of shit, but it was like too much to maintain.
Sure.
Because we did this like Monero framework that multiple like e-commerce sites used. But it was too much to maintain, basically, when you have this people trying to fuck with you all the time,
Damn,
non-stop,
the haters won that one.
24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
What made you interested in that space, in that commerce space?
I think like we should absolutely have like private transactions and markets that are free to interact with.
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of people like going more extreme and going to like the Silk Road route and those markets, I think they get a lot of shit, but they do a lot of good things as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like drug education and like how to measure and how to take substances certainly in a good way, and like also the review stuff.
Yeah.
Like there was like several groups like from Austria that were like testing drugs on these markets just to make sure that like these are safe. If you go to a dealer and like on the corner, like he won't give you like reviews from 5 people and then like a lab report, right? Of like, this is what I'm buying. So I think that's like invaluable. Like
that's so
user
true.
reviews. Like,
yeah, crazy. Yeah. Okay, so marketplace. What else? What else have you done?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I did like a betting site where you can like challenge people to various games. Like you could make bets. Like we integrated with like a football API. So you could say like, I bet that when Bitcoin Lightning came out, it was like really hot.
Yeah.
For like micropayments. So you can like send 5 cents in a second or something like that. So it was actually pretty cool. I think we were the first one to integrate chess.com. So you could challenge someone on chess.com and be like, oh, okay, the winner gets, we both lock in $5 into the contract. And then
Worth a Bitcoin?
Or to the escrow, yeah. Bitcoin Lightning. And then the winner gets it, yeah.
Wow, did
So
chess.com know you're doing this?
No, this was a few years ago, yeah.
Okay.
I remember I emailed, because they're like a huge site, right?
Yeah, totally.
They're like one of the biggest chess sites. I emailed the founder of it, and he was like, we don't officially want to provide
yeah,
support
makes sense.
and
No, that's a whole headache for them.
documentation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did like quite a few projects. I've been bouncing around a bit here, but a fun project we did was in 2008. I don't know if you remember, like 2017, there was a bull market.
Yeah.
And then before that, I know the Ethereum, some Ethereum guys. So I put up a website called Create CryptoCoin, which was basically a web form. And then you would submit it and it would create an ERC20 token.
Cool.
Like really simple.
Yeah.
And it created like 350 tokens, which was huge back then. Now, like with Pump.fun, it's like millions, every day.
Yeah.
But then after like 2017, the momentum changed in the industry. 2018. Everyone's like, oh, crypto's a scam,
Oh,
we all got major fucked, and we're not gonna make it. A lot of people were very negative.
Yeah, right.
So basically the website died because no one was doing so much stuff on Ethereum. But so I had like a 9-to-5 job in IT security because I left school and all I know was like IT security stuff.
Yeah.
And I started like a startup, a SaaS company, which unfortunately failed. But after that, we spent a lot of time in Romania. So after 2017, I went back 2018. And I met this guy who was like an Airbnb host.
Okay.
And in Romania, they don't have like LLCs, like limited liability.
Yeah.
So you can take on like personal debt pretty easily if your company goes bad.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So he like owned half a hotel in Romania. Yeah, we started brainstorming. He wanted capital basically to revive the hotel.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, I pitched him the idea, like, let's tokenize the hotel. And he's like...
This is 2018?
Yeah, and he's like, whoa, that's crazy. And this is like before it was like...
No, that's before RWA and all that crap, right? Yeah.
Like before regulation, before like LP pools and stuff like that. And like, if you wanted a DEX listing, you had to like bribe someone that was like... or a sex listing, you had to like bribe someone. But yeah, we then like started balling ideas and we started this project called Bedcoin.
Bedcoin.
Yeah. It's like, basically the idea was like tokenize a hotel and then you can buy like timeshares and then you'll get
that's so cool.
Revenue for it.
What happened with that project?
We worked really, really hard. Like my friend, he was into the real estate side and he was managing like 60 Airbnb apartment in Bucharest, Romania.
Yeah.
So we actually got like a simple UI to work, so you could like book with your bed coins.
Okay, wow.
An apartment. Yeah. But it was really hard back then. Like,
I mean, who would have the wherewithal to like book a hotel with tokens, right?
I mean, there was all these like smaller grassroots cryptocurrency communities.
Yeah, totally right.
Because there was this like other project called Skycoin, which I was an investor in. Me and my friend, we invested a Bitcoin each. And we both made negative. But
wow.
They were pretty big, 2016 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they lived on for like 3 years and then they failed. I don't know really what happened. They just ghosted the project or something.
Sure. All these stories are kind of like, what they have in common is crazy experimentation.
Yeah.
Just leaping into a brand new sector, a brand new idea, and just riding it out. Learning a lot along the way basically is like the common theme here, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so sick.
Pretty much, yeah.
When did Polkadot come into your consciousness?
Oh, yeah. So you have to fast forward a bit. I co-founded an IT security company after I left my 9-to-5 job, and I did like all these like Bedcoin and these projects for a while.
Yeah.
And then I like started doing more Rust stuff because I'm like I think I'm a Rust programmer by trade, so to say. So I started working for like some smaller chains, like WebAssembly-based chains.
Okay.
And doing some node developments and stuff like that. And then like just randomly, I got like headhunted, me and a Ukrainian guy. We got headhunted to like a German company called Composable Finance. They were building like a substrate chain.
Oh, Composable Finance.
Yeah, in 2021.
Oh, with BrainJar and all them.
Yeah, but before BrainJar, there was another CEO.
Dude, you know what? I forgot that part of your story that you worked for Composable.
Yeah, me and Alexi, another guy, were like the first two Rust developers there. And we pretty much, they asked like, do you know Substrate? And I just Google it before and be like, yeah, of course, I read the tutorials, I'm an expert, And then they were like, yeah, you're hired. And then there was this other guy there as well called D-Wolf. He's like an ecosystem member now. Douglas, DWolf69.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked for Composable?
Yeah. So he was like, I had like my first meeting with him, and he was like pitching. I didn't really know. I know a bit of Gavin, but I didn't like understand like his entire vision of Web3.
Yeah.
I think it was like the second interview with him, 2021, and then like D was like just started pitching like Gav's vision, like radical vision. I was like, wow, this is insane.
That's a
like,
trippy guy to tell you about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what's doing now. But yeah, shout out if you're watching.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
But yeah, so that's me and this other guy. We started learning Substrate and then went into the weeds of that. And then the vibe kind of changed when they switched CEO, and it started like being a bit all over the place, in my opinion.
Yeah, it became like a narrative-led project. We've seen a few of these projects in the space where like there's like a certain type of CEO that's like really good at vision, and they could just tell like the best story possible. But as far as like coming to a point and making a product that actually fits, sometimes reality just catches up, and then the project doesn't go anywhere near where it could have gone.
As a project founder, you have to be like very narrow scope, very like you have to like pick a few things, and then it's like really focus on that.
Yeah, right.
If you're like Composable Finance, when I left, it was like 1 week we were doing a DEX, next week we were doing an Oracle. It was very like fluffy.
Oh my God,
up around.
Whoa, yeah.
So I was there like 7-8 months, and then like at the end I was like, I'm happy to leave. Like, guys, I don't want to be here anymore.
Wow.
And then I've spent like all this time learning Substrate, and I thought it's quite an investment on my side. I was like, I'm not leaving.
No, it's sweet. That's amazing.
So yeah, so I started looking around, like what's more. And then I heard about this project called Edgeware.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really interesting because of the social aspect of it.
Right. I mean, that's kind of late to get into Edgeware, because Edgeware was like kind of had its heyday in like, what, 2019 or something like that, right?
Yeah, started 2018 and then peaked 2019. And then I forget what they're called, but the company created Edgeware. They were like hands-off, community onset, and then people started focusing on other things. But a lot of good things came out of Edgeware.
No, there's a lot of good people that came out of Edgeware, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And now Tangle Network with Tom Ivy and what Drew is doing. Tangle tools, like they're doing really cool stuff.
Cool.
Like encrypted the Substrate chain.
I'm following more the Edge Tributers, the Indian guys.
Oh, Shankar, yeah, he's a great guy.
Totally,
Shankar.
man. Yeah,
it's really dedicated to the ecosystem.
There's like a real sense of agency with people who came out of Edgeware. Like they're like, okay, Edgeware is kind of done-ish, and they've come back over to Polkadot, and they're like, just like, we're just gonna do things and make things happen. It's awesome. Yeah,
Edgeware, I think like it was like a social project.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because we had like OpenGov-ish, like all the token voters, and it like became like a DAO where like the community owns it and they vote on all proposals. Before that was like before the council and
Edgeware was like basically like kind of like a fork of Polkadot. It was like it was Polkadot's code, but was it proof of work or something? Or
no,
what
but
was it?
Edgeware is a solo chain. So like the main thing,
just like a solo substrate chain.
Yeah, it's a solo substrate chain with the EVM. They were like, I think they were live with EVM before Moonbeam.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And if Edgeware would have just kept on pushing, it would have been like bigger than Moonbeam, I think. Because there are some like, there's really talented people that have like stepped in and done various things on Edgeware. Like really sick developers.
Damn.
So what happened was like the original company, they came in and then they left because they wanted to focus on other things, and they gave it to the community, which resulted in that there was all this, like no one was maintaining the chain for like a year. So it was this giant backlog, and there was this like giant runtime upgrade that needed to be done. So I started working on that, and that was like, I feel like I really like took on like water above my head. That was really like, it was very complex. Like if you have it, I hadn't done runtime upgrades before, and there was no really good tools to do it. And it's like, if you fuck it up, then block production, it's like stops. And then that's not really so good.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I had all these troubles with the runtime upgrades, right? So I was like, I want to make a framework for it that makes it easier.
Okay.
And when we were done with the upgrade and pushed it on chain and stuff like that, like the narrative was to focus on contracts, because some of the whales of Edgeware they wanted to make it more smart contract focused.
Yeah.
So they asked me, hey, you want to stay and do smart contracts? And I said, no, I don't really want to do that. I think it's more important to work on like tooling that helps people make runtime upgrades easier. So then I started this project called UpTest. And I went to the council and I asked, like, it felt like leveling up, like going to the big boys.
Yeah. Because Edgeware, it's controlled by like a bunch of whales, but they're kind of coordinated.
I don't know how it is now. When I left Edgeware my last time, basically there was one or two whales that were basically controlling a large chunk of the supply.
Yeah,
and
I got
like
you.
their voice was law, pretty much, which wasn't so great, I think. Even if those whales, like some of them, like they're smart people, you know, they're not idiots. But you know, I don't think it should be like that. Like the token holders, they should have like a real vote. It shouldn't be like some kind of dictatorship that all relies on someone that got in early, you know?
Yeah, it's not great for innovation and kind of moving to new places, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I want to make this more useful for everyone and make like a framework. So I started this project called UpTest. It's the Rust framework to try to make runtime upgrades easier. And I went to the council, Council 1, and I asked them like, hey, what do you think of this? And they're like, cool, it's very needed and stuff like that. Some were a bit critical. Some were like, yeah, this is super cool. And my first proposal, it failed. But that was because I didn't understand that there was like comments on Polkassembly.
Okay.
So I didn't like respond to any of the comments on Polkassembly.
Yeah.
I got help from Raul to like structure it properly. And then I resubmitted it. And it was crazy. Like in the middle of the night, I was waiting for it. And it was like I think it was like 3 hours left. And like they just needed one more person to okay it. And I was like, fuck, this is not going to go through. Like, I really need this project to get done. I was pretty broke at the time.
Yeah.
So I started like just spamming 2 of the council members, like on Discord, on LinkedIn, everything. And like the last hour, someone actually saw my message and came in and approved it. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Okay, so did you build it?
Yeah, it's building. Yeah.
Nice.
So I built it, yeah. And I worked on that for a few months. And then it was really hard to get feedback from developers. I kept sending it out, but no one really gave me any useful feedback.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what's next then?
I mean, you've always been on my radar, kind of like I've always kind of like seen you around, but then really started getting more interest when you were working with Ramsey on BagPipes.
Yeah.
Right? This is what led to BagPipes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
if you meet Ramsey in person, he's a great person. Ramsey, if you're watching, what's up?
We miss you, Ramsey.
Yeah, we do.
Come back soon.
Yeah. So basically the idea there was XM, like pretty hard to do. If you're like...
only a few people really understand it.
Yeah, you have to go into like Polkadot JS apps and you have to like fiddle around with that.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking like have a swap website, like just super easy website, which you could basically make XM like really abstract and really easy.
Yeah.
So did the first iteration, it was called XM Send.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need someone on this project that can do UI development. Like my perfect UI is all like in the terminal and not so many colors and ASCII arts and
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I messaged Ramsey. I was like, because I haven't talked to him in like 2 years or something like that. I was like, hey, what's up? How's life? Would you be interested in doing this? And he was like, yeah, I have a really cool idea. And he basically came up with the drag and drop interface.
Yeah.
Like the idea for it.
Out, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, we can take this abstracted stuff and then we can make this like really cool like no code interface.
Yeah.
Because no code it's still like really popular.
That was pretty nifty what you guys came up with.
Yeah, we got treasury funding to do it. So we did like the first iterations and I thought it would like come out some really cool features between different ecosystems. Like I thought we would almost do a collaboration with Sui network, but it fell through the cracks.
Yeah.
But we got to collaborate with Moonbeam as well. And then it's very hard, like being a small project and then having big visions.
Yeah.
Like our competitor is Zapier, which is like a company that has like 200 employees, 300 million in annual revenue.
Damn.
Like they have a bit more firepower behind them.
I think you maybe have settled in a good home for who you are. I mean, you're very curious, very intelligent, and you like to fuck shit up a little bit.
Yeah,
And
fiddle around.
You fiddle around, and your your most recent playground, you've settled on Kusama,
Yeah.
which is the big time. You came through OpenGov with a proposal to build kind of like a shielded transfer. You happen to do this just at the same time where I was like, I'm going to start an RFP initiative. So
yeah, and I didn't know about the RFP stuff.
No, I know, and I kind of, it was kind of rude of me, but I like kind of hijacked your proposal.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did I do? I created like a competing proposal, basically.
Yeah.
You hadn't posted a proposal yet. You just had a discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I came in with a ref, and I was like, yeah, we'll do the same scope. We'll have people compete for the scope.
Yeah.
And I actually, you became a supervisor on it.
Yeah.
And I think we had three teams competing for it.
Yeah.
Why are you so fearless to deploy a privacy mixer on Kusama on a public network? Like, what makes you so bold when many are afraid?
There's like precautions that you have to take, like with everything. Like you look at WikiLeaks, for example. WikiLeaks has been online for I don't know how many years, but
Long
it's
time.
never gone offline.
Yeah.
Why? Because like they're very good at like not dodging, but like ping-ponging with the legal system and actually dealing like with abuse complaints and like doing it in a proper way.
Okay.
And I think like doing any type of like privacy stuff is very hard, like because like just take like VPNs for example. If you run a VPN, like you need to like have a really good relationship with like your hosting provider, because otherwise your hosting provider is just gonna shut you down immediately.
Right.
So I think like doing privacy you need to have like an open communication, but you also need to like really know what you're doing as well. And like we try to take as much precautions as possible. Like we use Codeberg instead of GitHub. We have all the developers that contribute to Kusama Shield has chosen to do so anonymously. I think like really we can go and make this Kusama Shield run like fully permissionless. Tornado Cash, I think they were more like product focused, like Samurai Wallet as well.
Yeah.
But I think we just see it as like it's an open thing that we're building, and then everyone can interact with it, and it's just a protocol, just like what the OFAC was saying about Tornado Cash. Like Tornado Cash uses this like relay thing, so like instead of depositing to one contract, you can like have it outputted by another contract.
Yeah.
To make it a bit more, but basically what they said in the US was like, OFAC is never allowed to censor immutable smart contracts. So if you make a smart contract and you don't have the keys to it, it's just like its own autonomous thing.
Yeah, totally.
And it can't be censored.
Can't put a smart contract in jail.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You said the contributors so far have been anonymous, but you're not anonymous.
Yeah, I'm not, but I think it's really important, like to be able to stand up for privacy. And like not bend the knee when other protocols choose to bend the knee. Like several other projects, like I don't want to trash talk anyone, but they know who they are. They like integrate compliance just because, and that's a common pattern in the crypto space.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I don't know if you followed Shapeshift, anything. They were like Eric Vortes, I think his name is.
Okay.
It's like an old Bitcoin guy that had this like swap company, and then they were like basically. It's a story all this time in crypto, like company like don't want to do any KYC or anything, but one of the investors says, hey guys, you get a shitload of money if you just do some KYC and we do some compliance here, because then the investors get happy.
Right. Damn.
Kind of bullshit. It's like a sellout, I would say.
There's something valuable about the initial philosophy.
Yeah, it is. I strongly believe in individual freedom. I strongly believe in free markets. I think privacy should be everywhere. And I think like that's core belief that have stayed within the crypto ecosystem. And sometimes people forget that because it just gets lost in the crowd sometimes.
What happens to a world where privacy doesn't exist? What does that world look like?
Not good, like next level China, like dystopian, 1984, like it's not good at all. I mean, we have privacy everywhere. Like Who would want to have a credit card with public balance, for example?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one would buy that. Yeah.
I know. That's kind of the wild thing. It's like if you want crypto to be actually useful, you do need privacy.
You do, yeah. For payments as well, yeah. For everything, yeah. People need to like interact privately. Yeah, I mean, if I'm having conversation with someone over an instant messenger, I want to have a conversation with that person.
Yeah.
I don't want someone sitting in like some surveillance van outside listening in, you know? Yeah, we're in very interesting times now, I think. Especially now when we have this boom of zero knowledge. Like zero knowledge just been like research since the 1980s, but now we actually have really powerful tools to build like private and anonymous systems like we never had before. The winds of privacy are blowing. Yeah.
While we need privacy, you know, to go mainstream, especially with payments and whatnot, of course, like compliance is there to protect like vulnerable people.
Certainly.
How do you deal with that equation in your head? Do you think like, well, the abuses are worse without privacy than with privacy? Like, because people are going to get hurt no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So, like, how do you balance that?
I've seen like other shielded pools and other like transaction. They do like only certain amount of people. Or there's like this new thing where like you can anonymously prove that you're not part of a bad group. And there's this like collaboration between like Chainalysis and like a few other like compliance stuff. I think like all those tools that implement like safeguards like that, that's like permissioned privacy. Like that's like asking like, hey, can I do that? And like, if we really want privacy, we want like huge anonymity set, and we want everyone to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And we can't like discriminate. And we need to do this at the protocol level, so we can't bend the knee later. Like just release the Kraken, you know?
Okay, so Kusama Shield right now is on testnet, right?
Yes, sir.
And deployment is imminent? Like, when do we deploy on Kusama?
Oh, I think in 2 weeks as well.
Oh.
And there's some really interesting features coming up.
Yeah.
Like we will be able to support swapping almost like top 30 coins, L1 coins on CoinMarketCap. So Litecoin, Solana, all types of stuff.
What?
We'll be able to swap into, we cut a deal with a swap provider. So basically the feature allows people to swap from like USDC on Tron, Litecoin or whatever.
What?
To DOT.
What provider?
Maybe we should not say that publicly.
Okay.
Yet. The problem right now, I think, is like we have a shitload of, especially Russian people, that can't use the banking system.
No, right.
Because they're bullied out of it.
Yeah.
And they left Russia because of the war.
Yeah.
But they need payments. They need like medium of exchange. They need to be able to trade with each other, sell stuff. So they're all using like USDT on Tron, or they're using Litecoin because they think they're cheap. And they all get fucked on feeds basically. So like, what's the best way to like provide privacy for them? So this new feature that's really dope is like, basically you can get privacy. You can bridge and shield your assets over from a lot of L1 tokens to Kusama Asset Hub for 0.8% fees, transaction fees. You can get privacy for your tokens for less than 1%, which is, I think that's such a unique selling point.
What?
Yeah, so you bridge over with the swap provider to Polkadot.
I understand.
Yeah, and then XCM over, yeah.
So this provider, they have knowledge of who's coming in.
They have knowledge, yes. And we need to provide some basic compliance for that, yeah.
Yeah, to come in from that way.
Yeah, to bridge tokens over, yeah.
I mean, no, that's cool, I get it.
I've been playing around with this like Telegram bot to do it, for example. So when you make a swap on Telegram, it's like almost all bots implement that, but they track your username and they track like the language code that you get. So there might be like some minor tracking in that one, maybe.
Wow, that's a huge on-ramp into the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to launch with that in 2 weeks?
I think so, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll do some cool launch thing, maybe. Yeah.
And then what are the tokens that they have when they come in through that provider? They're holding Kusama or KSM or USDC?
Yeah, the thing is they have to swap into DOT, and then they have to swap it over to KSM. So they have to like swap their tokens, like Solana to KSM. So they will end up with like just like shielded KSM.
Okay.
But it's possible to insert like any ERC20 assets.
Yeah, because don't you have 3 assets already on Kusama Shield, or is it just KSM right now?
Well, it's a native asset,
Yeah,
which on Kusama Asset Hub and on Kusama it's KSM.
yeah.
So it's the native assets, and then it's all ERC20 tokens. Yeah.
How does an ERC20 token like appear in the application? Like, is there a process of registering it, or
Well, they have to be registered on Kusama Asset Hub.
that's it?
So that's the limitation. Yeah.
So any ERC20 token that's registered on Kusama Asset Hub, you can have a shielded version of.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the privacy of that token depends on how many other people are shielding that exact type of token.
Exactly.
Okay, so if I'm like the only one to be shielding Aave, then
Yeah. Your privacy set isn't so great. Yeah.
right. So privacy is going to increase as we increase the number of people who are using Kusama Shield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hiding in the crowd.
Yeah, if I'm an early user of Kusama Shield, am I forever exposed, or do I become more anonymous as more people come in?
No, you become more anonymous, as it's like the same.
Even if I'm an early user?
Yeah, it's actually good if you're an early user, like with Zcash and what they're doing. Like as long as you have like the tokens in the pool,
Yeah.
the longer you have them, like the better it is. Like, and then like it goes into the discussion, like should we incentivize people to put the money in the pool, and should we give them some kind of reward, and then we need to integrate some kind of DEX system, or
Yeah.
ideally we'll just like integrate like with hydration. That would be so dope.
Can you do that cross relay?
I have no idea. I guess we
to
have
be determined.
have to ask the hydration team, I guess.
Wow. Also with this provider, could you come in through Bitcoin or no?
Yeah, you can come in from Bitcoin. It's like 30 different assets.
Yeah.
You can even bridge Monero and Zcash.
Where do you think Kusama goes from here? Because we just had Bill on the show, and he's done this this system to integrate that 10 million dot.
Oh,
He's got 3 buckets. He's got art and culture.
yeah.
I might get these wrong. Sorry, Bill. Art and culture, proof of personhood, and ZK and advanced cryptography,
Yes.
right? So there could be a huge infusion there for this sort of stuff. Well, what's the vision for Kusama from here for you?
I am really, really excited, to be honest. Like, we just came from the Web3 Summit.
Yeah.
And like people are actually excited about Kusama now.
No,
and
I
they're
know.
actually like, they're talking about it, and they're like, we're going to do CK and Kusama. And now we're going to get this like injection of liquidity to be able to do that.
I know.
And it's going to be like really, really nice. And I talked with Bill because I know, I don't know how many curators are going to be on each.
I'm not sure yet. No, I don't know.
But I know me and Jill, the guy that won the hackathon, CK hackathon now, we are going to be on the vision board. We're going to be curators.
You're going to be curators?
Yeah. So it's going to be super, super dope.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just imagine like so much more traction going on. And then so many, like, I'm really bullish on CK email, and that's like an entire conversation of its own.
Oh, wow. Yes. ZK communications in general, right?
Yeah. And I think like we can make like, do like so much cool experimentation on Kusama.
Yeah.
We don't have like centralized entities. Like the problem I think has been a long time is like it's hard to get funding for privacy stuff.
Yeah.
Because no one really wants to touch it.
But it's all going to be there now.
Yeah, it's all going to be there.
It's kind of crazy to me that the Web3 Foundation is being the custodians of this. That's kind of wild to me. I mean, I'm happy for them. But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That is completely crazy. But if you're interested in building cool CK stuff, like you should come to Kusama. Check out the bounties. They will be live in like 2 weeks, I heard.
Soon, yeah.
So if you got a cool project, like I have 1,000 ideas, like message me, yeah.
You know what? Something that I hope to see is these sort of like tentacles coming up to Polkadot, right? So like we have like ZK and privacy on Kusama, but we kind of need to like have these little bridges into Polkadot. So Polkadot, people can dip down and, you know, get a little private and then, you know, pop back up when they need to.
Yeah, they can opt into the bird.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's good stuff. Dude, we have to catch our flights.
Yeah, we do.
But it was freaking very sweet to talk to you today. That was so cool. You're a real one. And I'm so stoked for what's gonna happen with Kusama in the future now.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited. It's like a wind of privacy that's blowing right now, and it's really interesting times right now that we're living in.
Well, let's see where we go. Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thank you.